In his address on the State of the Nation in 2017, President Museveni blamed the police for the rise in crime.
Corruption in the form of extorting money from the public, high-handedness in dealing with the public, and protecting criminals or allowing criminals to infiltrate the police. The police leadership must therefore carefully listen to the public and clean up.
In 2017, the former AIGP Andrew Felix Kaweesi was shot dead near his home in Kampala. His driver and bodyguard were also killed. Kaweesi joined the list of unexplained assassinations whose masterminds have never been found. So what did the president say today in comparison to what he said about those incidents?
Some of the terrorists of ADF, as well as other criminal elements, seeing that they could not survive in the rural areas, infiltrated into the towns where we had not fully focused on in terms of developing intelligence capacity. As a consequence, we had 7 sheikhs assassinated, as well as Major Kigundu, Joan Kagezi, AIGP Kaweesi, and Susan Magara of recent. These killings seem to have been linked with ADF. I have heard some people saying, oh, the killing of Kagezi, the prosecutor, the killing of Kaweesi, the killing of Chirumira, and the Muslim sheikhs. But by that time, we do not have cameras. All those killings, most of those killings, even Kigundu, we do not have cameras. I actually introduced cameras because of that killing that was going on. You remember when I addressed Parliament and I outlined the 12 steps. The cameras are just one of them. There are other measures. For instance, the gun which was used is already identified, which was used in the case of the Katumba attack.
Among the directives he has issued, Museveni wants the police to put its house in order. There have been changes in the force's leadership since 2018, when General Kale Kayihura was sacked and replaced by Martins Okoth Ochola. However, the president is still not satisfied with the performance.
The criminality around Kampala was defeated and is being defeated. The only element to get rid of is the corruption and poor procedures within the police.
He said that the former minister, General Katumba Wamala, and General Eli Tumwine are in charge of fast-tracking the electronic monitoring system in cars, motorcycles, and boats.
So that wherever you are, the command post can know. I know some people want to hide where they are going for some very simple reasons. But please, we have got very serious issues we are dealing with.
On corruption, the president said in 2019 he had formed a state house unit to which people should report cases of bribery and embezzlement.
Now the fact that now I must create another monitoring unit. So what happened to the other one? So if it's not working, why should we keep it then? That was the purpose of that office, to protect the public from corrupt officials, to protect the investors against corrupt officials. The IGG should reflect on this. Are her staff credible? Why does the public not trust that institution?
The Inspectorate of Government is still operational 2 years later. Of late, the president has spoken about fighting corruption, and it also featured in his address today.
They make a project, but they add in things which are not there, which shouldn't be there. These bloated projects go to ministries, like Minister of Water and so on. Then to the committees of parliament, you watch out. You watch out. Committees of parliament. Then to the Auditor General, where there is collusion all the way, and there are agents along the way, each one getting injauro. I have the story now. I have the story, you will see.
Time will now tell as to whether the president's directive to the security forces, especially the police and the army, will help in the fight against crime such as murders within the cities. And in the fight against corruption, the critics have already said that it can only be stamped out of Uganda if the executive walks the talk. Sudhir Yaruhanga, NTV.